And so, our first story that we need to go and discuss today, and by the way, I just want to mention quickly, I'll try my best, guys. I shall try my best to seem a bit more professional, because I know that last time a lot of people did complain that I would say the words pretty much a lot, but I'll try to do my best to try to minimize that. I'll try to minimize words like, or pretty much, or like the stutterings, or any of those. I'll try my best. It's not easy. It's not, trust me, and it's especially not easy for me, but I'll try my best. But anyhow, let's go on into the story, and let's discuss about one of the movies that has been, well, already I'm screwing up. Well, what do you know? We'll discuss about one of the movies that has been released this year, which is the Angry Birds movie. Now, this is the kind of movie that people either like, or people they would pretty much hate. It's almost on the same lines as the Minions movie, because the title pretty much explains everything for you. It is the Angry Birds movie. Just by that alone, you can already judge if either you're going to have fun with it or it's absolutely stupid. With me, personally, I've seen the film and I thought it was okay. I mean, basically, the writing is not all that good, but my god, the animation is just amazing. I absolutely adore it, and it's probably one of the best recent examples of using cartoony animation. Like, it definitely uses that style very well for a computer animated feature. But outside of that, it seems that in terms of how it did financially, like at the box office, it actually did very well. Nothing to really brag about in the levels of like what Disney is doing with movies like Zootopia and Finding Dory, but it still did pretty good for itself. It actually almost made a total of $350 million worldwide. This also includes $107 million domestically. So it actually did pretty well, and through the reports that I have heard, apparently for Rovio, they have actually made some pretty good profit. That doesn't include any of the apps. Like, I heard they made around, like, I think $90 million, like 90 million US dollars. I think like in terms of euros, it was like 78 or something like that. But anyways, it actually did manage to find some profit just through the Angry Birds movie alone. And, well, that seems to be pretty good news. And with that said, they decided that since the first Angry Birds movie was a hit, they are going to do a sequel to the film. Going into my source here through Variety, it has stated a sequel to the Angry Birds movie is in the works at Finland-based Rovio Entertainment Limited, the maker of the Angry Birds mobile game. With the excellent performance of our game portfolio and the fantastic movie, the Angry Birds brand is flying high, and we are seeing positive EBIT and cash flow development while fulfilling our mission to create world-class entertainment, says the Rovio CEO Kati Levoranta, who stated that. We currently have several exciting new games and other projects in development, including new IP, and we have started planning on the sequel to the Angry Birds movie. Now, I just want to state right now that there is nothing else that they have announced. We don't know if the directors, Fergal Riley or Clay Cadis, is coming back. We don't really have any words, but it could be a high possibility. We don't know if many of the cast members are going to be coming back, like Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, Danny McBride, who was that? It was Peter something. Fudge Nabbit. Ah, man, I'm stupid with names. Anyways, you get what I'm talking about. Like, we don't know who specifically is going to be coming back among the cast, but all we know so far is that they are going to make an Angry Birds movie sequel. Now, if I can be honest, if I can lay down my thoughts onto having a sequel to the Angry Birds movie, I will state this. As I previously stated, I thought it was okay. It was mostly, the writing is a bit weak, but the animation is definitely fantastic. But for me, I feel like with the Angry Birds movie, they did their best with the material that they're given. Let's be honest, guys. Just the idea of making a movie based on Angry Birds, a little mobile game where you just fling birds through a slingshot in order to get eggs from green limbless pigs, like, it's stupid. I mean, that, like, there's no way anybody can make this into a masterpiece. Like, you can't really take crap and you polish it into gold. You know what I mean? Like the idea itself, it's just dumb. But I do have to give credit to the writers, to the directors, Clay Cadis and Fergal Riley, and especially I have to give credit to the animators, because they did manage to pull something out that came out better than, arguably, than what it should be. Now, I know that there are some people, I know that there are some people who didn't enjoy it, and yeah, technically it is a stupid kids movie in a sense, but at least, like, they did manage to do something that works as an Angry Birds movie. I'll give it credit that there are some funny moments that did come out of it. I've already stated, this is some of the best animation that we've seen this year so far, like, almost up there in the ranks of, like, Kubo and the Two Strings and Zootopia, and even Finding Dory. Like, it's definitely up there in that level. It's definitely fantastic. And some of the characters, like, there are a few enjoyable ones at the least. I definitely enjoyed the pigs, especially Leonard, voiced by Bill Hader. Definitely, like, some of the characters are different. Peter Dinklage! There we go. Sorry. I just remembered one of the characters is like, yeah, the Mighty Eagle is voiced by Peter Dinklage. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Anyways, going back into this, as I was stating, yes, they did manage to pull out something that can be, at the very least, entertaining, and, you know, like, something that is a rental that you could just show the kids, they could be distracted, you know, it does its job very well. Like, this is definitely something that I can imagine kids will definitely eat up, and I can even imagine that they'll enjoy it a lot more than most other movies out, like the ones that I stated, like Kubo and the Two Strings and Zootopia, because this is one that's more geared towards kids than, like, a family picture that's both for kids and adults to appreciate, that works very well as a movie. So it's more of a feature film towards them, that at the very least they did manage, you know, to really make something out of the Angry Birds movie. Now, does that mean that it's a good idea to make a sequel? Like, can they think up of ideas? Honestly, that's where I'm a little bit confused, actually. I don't know, like, what direction can you go, because with the Angry Birds game is such a simple concept. You got birds, they are angry, you you pitch them through a slingshot, you try to kill off green pigs, and you go get eggs. That's basically that's basically the plot of the games, and that's basically the entirety of the third act of the Angry Birds movie. So that's basically the idea. How can you continue that? I don't know. And I do understand that, yes, there is a sequel to the Angry Birds game. There is an actual Angry Birds 2, but I think it's more following in the same veins. Like, the only thing that is updated is not necessarily the story, but more the the game, like, more the upgrades, like, mostly new birds, new weapons, like, new extra stuff, like, more new things that are more associated for games than it is for Angry Birds, or for a movie, actually. Now, how can they continue that? What kind of plot can they think about? That is going to be a real mystery for me. Like, how can you continue the story of the Angry Birds movie? Do you do the same thing and have, try to have this cartoon scenario where the pigs are just continuously trying to steal eggs and the birds are trying to get it back? I don't know. Like, what more can you do with the Angry Birds movie? And that's honestly the real mystery. And and also the factor of seeing these characters back, I don't know. Like, it's not like the Secret Life of Pets, where it absolutely has franchise material, where maybe the movie that they were featured in, it's not necessarily the best, but the characters are absolutely memorable, and they're one of the strongest assets of the movie. Like, at least in that regard, that ends up being one, like, sorry about that. Let me just rephrase that a little bit. That that aspect right there, that's what makes the sequel a lot more exciting to be anticipated for, you know, because we do want to see those characters back on the big screen. With the Angry Birds movie, on the other hand, are they really, like, franchise material? Like, do we really want to see the comeback of Red or Chuck or Bomb or any of these characters come back? I don't necessarily know, because the characters aren't necessarily the strongest suit of the movie. It's more the animation than anything else. So I don't know how are they going to really level up, no pun intended, to what they've already done with the Angry Birds movie. It's just, I don't know. Like, the more I think about it, the more difficult it is to imagine what can they do with another Angry Birds movie. Maybe you guys are probably excited to see more Angry Birds movie. Maybe you guys aren't, but if you have an idea about what could possibly happen, then you could probably share it, you know? That could be a good idea, but we'll have to wait and see. We don't have a release date about it, but considering they are in the works, this could be another one that we're not really going to see for a while. And considering that it was announced back in 2013 that they announced the Angry Birds movie, I can imagine in terms of the sequel, if they do decide to fully go with it, as of right now, then we could probably expect it either in 2019 or 2020. Either way, let's just see how it goes when they're going to make the Angry Birds movie too. Hey guys, this is Animat. I just want to remind you guys that this is just a little taste of what you can get with the Animation Podcast. This is not all of it. If you guys want to go and listen to the full episodes of the Animation Podcast, then allow me to show you some of the different ways that you can go. First off, you can actually go on the website that it is hosted on, Filmbook, so you can go directly onto there. You can also go and check out the official Filmbook Podcast YouTube page, so at least you don't have to go away from YouTube and you can listen to the podcast right there. But if you would like to listen on the go, like if you want to listen it to on your phone or on your iPad and all that kind of stuff, then you can listen to it on either iTunes or you can listen to it on Android. So those are all the different options, and if you'd like to have more info, then all you have to do is just check in the description down below. And with all that said, I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening, and until next time, see you later, dudes!